everybody. It's Texas Tim Root here from Alamo Music in San Antonio, Texas. Hope you guys are doing good out there. Well, today I've got three amazing digital pianos to show you. We have the Roland FP90, we have the Yamaha P515, and we have the Kawai ES8. So what we're going to try to do is just show you some of the similarities and some of the differences, and mainly let you just take a listen to some of the sounds and give you an idea of the slightly different features. Okay, before we get started, let's talk about what they have in common. So the idea behind these keyboards is, like I said, they're digital pianos. So they're all going to have 88 keys like a real piano, and they're all going to have a really good weighted action. These are really good. They're all quality. These aren't the lowest price. These are just really quality, every single one of them. So they're going to have 88 keys, super good weighted action, right? And they're all going to have really good sounds, super professional sounds, kind of geared towards the pianist or somebody that really wants to kind of focus in on piano performance or piano study, that kind of thing. So good action, good sounds. Now, each company, of course, Roland, Yamaha, and Kawai, they're all legendary. They're all top quality companies that have been making digital pianos for a long, long time. So they're not new to the game. They're really, these are probably, I mean, there's a couple others, but these are the best three in the business. So either way, I'd like to just say right off the bat, whichever one you pick or that you like better, you're going to get a good digital piano, okay? So in addition to great sounds and a wonderful action, you're going to get things like a music rest, okay? So they all three have a music rest. So that way, you put your sheet music up there or your iPad or whatever. So those are built in. They're all going to have USB, which there's two types, kind of. It's like there are two plugs. USB to host, which would mean you could run a USB cable to your computer and interact with sheet music or record to your digital audio workstation. So they'll all do that, or control other modules or sound. So they're also controllers. The other one is USB to device. Now what that is where you can pop in a USB flash drive, and then you can record your audio or your MIDI to your drive or bring in your songs. So that's a great way to practice with different songs or record, right to this, and then you have it on your flash drive. So they all have that. They all have outputs, a left and right output, which is how we're going to listen to it into the video today. Is each one I've run cables to my little mixer. They also all three of them have built-in speakers, and they're really nice speakers. So they're complete standalone systems. Plug them in, you got your sounds, you got your great piano action, and you got speakers, all three of them. So you don't really need anything else besides this. They all come with a sustain pedal, so you're ready to go there. They all three have, of course, stuff like a metronome. You can transpose. You've got effects built in. Headphone jack, of course. A couple of them have a couple headphone jacks. They also, there's an optional stand that matches each one that kind of is, goes along with it. And there's also a 3-pedal unit for each one. So if you get this Roland, you can get the stand that goes along with it, and it'll look perfect. And then if you want to have, 3 pedals for more control, you can have that. So they also have a lot of accessories that you can get for them. All right. So this one is the Roland FP90. Now that's an FP series, so I think they have a 60 and I think it's a 30 they have. This is kind of the top of the FP series, and this Yamaha's got a long line of P series, which I think stands for portable, but the 515 is one of their best. And this is the Kawai ES8 over here, which is one of their very best as well. Okay, so right now I just have them on X stands so I can kind of fit them in, but if you want a matching stand, you can get that with them. So let me see if I forgot anything. They all are going to have that, okay? And they all have a thing like where you can get in there and edit your piano sounds. So they have a lot of great piano sounds on board, but you can get in there and edit it, like change, raise your lid, change the tuning, all that kind of stuff. Like on Roland, it's called Piano Designer, and in Yamaha, I think it's called, what is it called? Piano Room. So you go in the piano room to edit your piano, and then this is called Piano Technician. So that's one thing you'll find out, that each company has a lot of the same features and things, but they name it something different, or they have a little bit special way they do it, okay? So that can be very confusing, you know. But I would say this, they all have tremendous amount of features in here, probably way more than most people really use. But, you know, sometimes there's things that you need that for your certain situation that you might lean towards, you know, the Kawai, or lean towards Yamaha or the Roland, whatever. Okay, so let's start out with the Roland FP90, okay? So the idea behind the FP90 is there's a couple things I really like about it. So Roland has a thing called supernatural sound technology, okay? So they're very famous for modeling and sampling, okay? So this FP90 kind of uses a little bit of a mixture of a sampling technology, which means record your, you know, all the strings, and then they use modeling, which models the harmonics and those kind of things, and lets, as you play it, you know, it's almost like an organic experience, okay? So they're very good at doing that. So let's just start out and hear a few of the pianos on the Roland, and then we'll just move around, play some of the pianos. Okay, so concert piano number 1. Again, I've done no editing. This is straight out of the box, right? Very dynamic. Right, so that's their number 1. So you just basically hit the button here, go to number 2. This is ballad piano, right? Oh, man, what a beautiful piano. So they've got, I think there's a total of about 350 sounds, something like that. 350 sounds. So Roland gives you a lot of sounds on here. Not only that, but they've got really great electric pianos. Strings. Organs. And I would say this is pretty strong on the other sounds, okay? Like maybe like... Right? So they have a lot of synth sounds as well. So about 380. Super dynamic. Polyphony is not a problem on this because they use a lot of the modeling. So piano sounds are really good. Another thing is, I would say, Like I said, they all three have speaker systems built in. I'd say the FP of these three has the most powerful speaker system. You can't really hear the speaker system just because I've had to come with cables going in. I don't have an open mic besides this one. But if you check it out at the store or on maybe some videos on the Roland website. Okay, so let's just check out the piano, just the AB on the Yamaha, okay? Now, Yamaha, they also make acoustic grand pianos. They've been doing that for over 100 years, so they're really good on their piano sounds. So they have in here, their showcase pianos on this are their CFX Yamaha grand piano, 9-foot grand. And they also have a Bosendorfer 9-foot sampled in here. No, Bosendorfer Imperial. So let's start out with the CFX grand, right? So you come here and then you just go hit the piano again. Now you're getting to the Bosendorfer, which I think is a little bit darker. Just to get an idea. They also have great electric pianos, which they're known for. You know, organs. They got strings. So again, like I said, they all have world-class, super good sounds. Just depends on what you're looking for. Let's check the piano out over here. Again, Kawai also has been making pianos for over 90 years. Okay, so Yamaha and Kawai are neck and neck in the acoustic piano world. So what they do, instead of the CFX and Bosendorfer, they've got their Shigeru, which is a world-class piano. So this is what you call the EXSK Concert Grand, which is a Shigeru, right? Okay, they've also got their, you basically hit piano. Again, it's their EX Concert Grand, right? Okay, again, they have organs, electric pianos, that kind of thing. The P515 has about 40 regular sounds and like 18 drum sets, but they also have what they call their general MIDI sounds, or XG sounds, which is 480 more. So there's a lot of sounds on this, but I would still go back to say that the FP has the more quality, a little bit more quality sounds, wider variety. But again, maybe if you're getting a digital piano, you just need kind of those pianos, maybe electric pianos, those kind of things. The ES8 has, I believe it's got 34 sounds, which is still pretty good, and they're all great. Okay, there's not a lot of fluff in there. It's all like right to the point, really good. What else was I going to say? Okay, speaker systems. I would say this has a 4 speaker system, okay, and then it's got 2 regular speakers and 2 tweeters, and it's a 25-watt system. This has the same 4 speaker system. Again, they've got their terminology. This is 15 watts. So out of the box with no amp or anything, it's considerably louder. You're getting a lot more power. So if you need something where the speakers are going to be super important to you. This one has a 2-speaker system. So I would say out of these 3, this is the least powerful. Again, but it's all quality, all right? So, and again, you can stick your headphones in there or run it into an amp or a PA. Let's go back to the Roland. One thing I like about the Roland is that you've got an EQ right here. So you've got a 3-band equalizer right here. So quickly to adjust your piano, if you want more bass or less, maybe a little bit more highs or less, which is really cool. So if you're playing, depending on the room or how it sounds, may sound a little bit different, boom, you can quickly, without going into Piano Designer and doing all that, you can go right here. Again, all 3 will do split and duo as well. So if I want to do split duo on the Roland, I just hit it and there it is. Bass down here. Right? Very easy to do. And Roland has an upper and lower balance right on top. So I really like that. Another thing they all have is they've all got a little recorder in there, which is basically where you can just kind of gauge. Say you're practicing a tune and you want to hear how you sound, go into record mode and you can just record yourself playing. The Kawai actually probably has the most features there, has like a 2-track. So you can do kind of a 2-track thing. All right. So this has the same as the Roland. All right. Kind of just a basic scratch recorder. But again, the idea is if you're serious about recording, plug them into a software program and you've got all the tracks you want. Let's talk about another good feature, Bluetooth. Okay, so these 2 have Bluetooth. All right, so what does that mean? That means I can take I was reaching for my phone. I guess I'm recording with it. But I can take my phone or my iPad or something and connect it, pair it with your Roland or your Yamaha and play your music through it, right? So say there's a tune you want to play along with. You can do it in headphone environment or through your speakers, and it all comes Bluetooth, very handy. All right, so these 2 have Bluetooth. This one you can even take your iPad and put your sheet music on it digitally and have your pedal. If you got one of those 3 pedal things, you can turn your pages with your Bluetooth, which I think is super cool. So they're both Bluetooth. Give the edge to the Roland on that one. This one doesn't have Bluetooth at this point. Okay, I'd say another thing the Roland has is pretty cool. It has a microphone in, all right? These 2 don't have mic ins, right? So if you want to sing, all right, you can put your mic in. And also, remember I said you can record your audio and MIDI files with your USB flash drive. So since you've got a mic in, you can record your vocals as well. They also have auxiliary ins, all 3 of them, which means if you wanted to run something else audio in, like another keyboard or say another mixer or whatever, you can run it in and it'll come through the speakers or come through your headphones. All right? Let me think. These 2 have really good free software that you can download from their website. On Roland, it's Piano Partner 2. Okay, now what that is going to give you is some arrangement functions. It's going to give you some recording functions. It's going to give you some editing functions. So those are free, and they really enhance the power of the board, okay? So same thing with the Yamaha. It's called Smart Piano, okay? So check those out, because what happens is whatever they didn't put in here button-wise, they enhance it with the software. And all you got to do is have an iPad or your phone, and you're in business. Let's talk about kind of styles and arrangements. This one doesn't have any arrangements. So the Roland doesn't have, it's got songs, but it doesn't have any like backing tracks besides the demos that are in there. Now the Yamaha gives you, like say I want to go to piano, right? I've got rhythm, which is bass and drums, okay? So if I want to do rhythm, I just hit rhythm. Right now I've got it just doing drums, but if I want, I can go in here and turn it on. Just go function, right? Come down, and I can turn. Now I got bass. Right? So you do have some accompany on this. When with Smart Pianist, it'll even give you more functions on there. So you can make this kind of a one-man band as well. Now the ES8 has, that's where its strongest point is. It's got an arranger built into it, okay? So you can actually come in here and just hit, rhythm section, and I've got funky shuffle, and then you just kick it on. Just end it. Okay, so if you're leaning towards, I need some accompaniments and stuff in the board, I don't want to plug into a software program or anything, I think the ES8 would be yours, okay? So, trying to think, there's so much to these boards. I mean, you can edit, you can go in there and do, I don't have enough time to do a video on all of it. Maybe later I'll just dig into one board and show you. But I would say overall, when you're looking at the FP90 or the P515 or the ES8, you're looking at the top, basically, boards that you can move around that don't have a stand built in. But if you do want it to leave it there and look nice in your living room, you can get the stand, and then you can get the three pedal. They all come with that. Super top action. This one is called the PH50, which is one of Roland's top actions. This is the Natural Wood X, which is real wooden keys. The Roland is a hybrid of wood and plastic materials. They think that's a better option. They say the outside should be wood and the middle should be hardcore plastic, lasts longer. Yamaha, they've been making grand piano actions for 100 years. They're committed to drying the wood just right and making that key perfect, all wood. Same thing with Kawai. Again, these are two piano manufacturers, so they believe in that wood key. Kawai's probably been doing the wood key longer than anybody. But really, no matter what they call this Response Hammer 3. You've got the PH50. You've got the Natural Wood X. Okay, so it's like, hey, apples, oranges. But I can tell you, they're all super quality actions. They feel great. It just, people like maybe Yamaha's a teeny bit heavier, but, it's just whatever you like. I mean, I like them all. I'll take any of them. So the actions are good. The sounds, again, you've got the virtual resonant modeling here. You've got the supernatural. You've got the harmonic imaging. So these are all terms these companies use, but to dumb it down for you, it's their highest quality, really good stuff. I mean, they take a long time and spend a lot of money to get these pianos sounding realistic. So all three of them are good. I mean, you heard them. And they all make like I said, the electric pianos, the organs, the strings, the brass, all that kind of thing. Roland's a little bit, gives you a little bit more on the synth and some of the special effects sounds. So, those are cool. So really top quality boards, good speaker systems. I would say if you really are leaning towards a really more louder, more powerful system, Roland wins on that one. You've got extra software. Just trying to think with anything. I would say if I was going to just throw my opinion out there, I would say this has the best speakers, more tones, the microphone input, and the Bluetooth that turns your sheet music. I think that's a winner for them. I'd say the Kawai, if you want the most rhythms, a little bit more ranging. It has the 2-track recorder in here, and this is the lightest of the three, okay? None of them are like super light. I think this one is like 52. This is like, actually, excuse me, the Yamaha's the lightest. This is 49. This is 48 pounds, so they're about even. So the Yamaha is the lightest. I would say Yamaha, it's got really good sounds in here, and there's a lot of accessories that you can get to go along with, probably more than any other one. But again, it's your choice out there. They're all really, really good. I'm sure I missed a lot of stuff. The price, this goes on, I think street price is about $2,000, $19.99. This one is about $14.99, $1,500. So there's a $500 difference, right? This one's about $1,650. Okay, so they're pretty similar price, but the Roland's the most expensive out of this group. $1,500 for this one's a pretty good deal. This one's, it comes in white and black, and this comes in white and black, and this comes in black. All right. So, hey, I hope I haven't missed too much here. They're amazing keyboards. All these three companies, Roland, Kawai, Yamaha, they're the best of the best. Go to alamomusic.com. They have these in stock. They'll make you a super good deal on these. And I hope I've helped you a little bit. And go to our YouTube site, Alamo Music Pianos and Keyboards. Please subscribe, like our videos, turn on notifications. And till next time, hey, man, have a good one. Enjoy your music. Stay safe out there. Texas Tim signing off. See you guys later.